I had 3 men come to my church a number of years ago and come down to the altar and supposedly got saved. Well, what I did not know is that these were perverse men. Now, whether they really got born again or not, I really have no idea. They did go through the motions and say the prayers. As time progressed, a couple of months on into it, they were still coming to church. And I thought, okay, well, maybe a real life change has taken place here. Suddenly, several people in my church, 1/2 of a dozen, 6, came to me at separate times, not having talked to each other, and said, look, I've been having these terrible migraine headaches, and I don't know what's going on. And I said, well, anything else go with that? Because it was unusual for that many people to have migraines that had never had any migraines and were healthy. And they said, well, so-and-so came up to me and gave me a painting. Another one said, so-and-so came up to me and gave me a keychain. Another one said, so-and-so came up to me and gave me something special, a gift. And what I recognized was these people were giving the people in the church that were saved gifts so that they could practice witchcraft on them. And it didn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. I just tied that together real quick. So I brought those 3 guys in and I said, this and this and this has happened and these people are getting migraines. And they confessed that they were practicing witchcraft on them. I said, okay, I need you to repent of your witchcrafts. I don't know if you through with your perversions or not. I really don't. And I said, but it doesn't make any difference at this point. You can't hurt my people like that. And they basically said, well, just tough. I went, all right, you need then to do this. Leave the church, because I don't want you around here anymore, and I don't want you giving gifts to any of my people. And I'm going to let them publicly all know what y'all are doing. Now, some people would disagree with me about putting them out of the church. I don't think you're being wise when you say things like that, because these people were hurting my people and they were still practicing perverse people and they were practicing witchcraft on my people. You can't do that. Shepherd has to protect his flock. Now, can they go put their foot somewhere else and maybe really get born again? Because they didn't want to repent. So it left me no choice. Now, I don't know what you would have done if you'd have been the pastor. And I've heard some say, oh, you should have kept them and ministered to them and helped them get saved. And, oh, it was so sweet. And I'm going, I don't think so. I think it's more important that I should protect the flock and not let wolves come in and damage the sheep, period. End of story. So I want to give you guys a thought. Maybe some of you are pastors out there and you got responsibility for people and you need to know what to do in such a situation. In my case, I put them out. I searched it out thoroughly and I found them to be in sin and unrepentant. And that was the end of the story. God bless you guys and go in peace. Love you. Bye.